Okay, hello everyone. Now let's look at another problem. This is problem 21. Merge to sorted list. You are given the heads of two sorted linked lists. List 1, list 2. Merge the two lists into one sorted list. The list should be made by splicing together the nodes of the first two lists. Return the head of the merged linked list. Example. Okay. Alright, let me read the problem to see if I have any questions. We have given two lists, list 1 and list 2. To see if I understand the problem, we have two lists, list 1 and list 2. And what we need to do is we return one list of the sorted, which is the sorted list with element from the list 1 and list 2. Okay, I think I understand the problem now. Let's look at some examples. So example 1, we have list 1 is 1, 2, 4. List 2 is 1, 3, 4. So the output here would be 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Let's see if you like right. Yes, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Second example, we have list 1 is an empty list. List 2 is also an empty list, so the output is empty list. Example 3, list 1, list 2, list 1 is empty list 2 is 0, so the output is just 0. So I would like to ask a few clarifying questions. May I assume, can I assume that, okay, so from the example we can see that it's possible that the list can be 0. Can I ask about the length of list 1 and list 2? So clarify 1, length of list. So we are given the number of nodes in both lists is in the range of 0 to 50. And they are sorted. Yeah, that is given the question. So I think could think of one possible approaches. I'm gonna use the head of list 1 and the head of list 2. Then I'm gonna compare if the head 1 is less than head 2. If so, then I take the head 1. If head 2 is less than the other one, then I take the value with the lesser value. Okay, so I do it until both of them is empty. And if one of them is empty, then I just take the rest of the linked list that is not empty. Yeah, does that sound reasonable to you? I am pretty good about this. May I proceed to coding? Alright, maybe it's a good idea to go through some examples. So example 1, we have 1, 2, 4, and also 1, 3, 4. So head is at 1. So we take 1 and then move forward. So 1 again, move forward. 2, so for 1, 2, 3, 4. Four, four. So let's look at the third example there. So first one is empty, second one is 0. So in this case, we just put our 0 there. Right. Okay, so I think if one of them is empty, then we just point it to the remaining one so that it becomes, it will take out all the list. Okay. Okay, so I would like to clarify another question. May I use, can I use the nodes in input? So I'm gonna assume the answer is yes. So may I proceed to coding? Let's say yes. And then, okay, what we're gonna do is we're given list 1 and list 2. So, okay, let's do this. While list 1 and list 2, if list 1 dot value less than list 2 dot value. Okay, so the output is well, let's call it list 3. I think I need to make a copy. Let's see. Okay, I don't think I need to make a copy because if I look at the first example, what will happen is that let's see where can I write it down. Okay, so the first one, yeah, because we could reuse the input because when we put it inside part of our list tree, part of our output, then we don't need the particular node anymore. Yeah, because as soon as we add it into our output, we should have moved on the head of that list. Okay, so in here, this one is less than list 2 value. Then we will have list 3. Tip for ease of implementation, I'm gonna create the list tree. I'm gonna start it up with an empty one. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is list3.next equals list1, and then we move forward the list1 and list3. This will be list1.next and list3.next. Else, I'm gonna do is list3.next equal list2, and that we move forward. Alright, okay. So another thing that we need is that we need to keep track of the output. So head of output should point to list3. So I'm gonna call it head equals list3. Okay. Now this one is list2.next, list3.next. Then at the end, we will have if list1, then list3.next equal list1. If list2, then list2.next equals list3. Gonna return the head on next. Okay, let me go through the code again to make sure I haven't missed anything. So in here, I will create a list3. It start out as an empty node, and then I'm gonna create a head so that we don't lose the head of our output. In the while loop, I'm gonna go through all the list 1 and list 2 elements and then check the smaller value of both lists. I'm gonna take that less the smaller value, append it into my linked list, append it into my linked list, and once I do that, I I will move on to the next value of that particular list and also my list 3 so that I could append new value into it. Okay, at the end, it's possible that list 1 is not one of the lists, is not empty. If that is the case, then I just append the rest of it into my list 3. And then at the end, I'm gonna return the head, the next value after the head, because the first one is it's just a dummy node that I use to keep track of everything. Okay, let's try to look at some examples here. Now let me test the code with our example 1. Example 1, we have 1, 2, 4 and 1, 3, 4. List 1 point at the first element, list 2 point at the first element too. List 3 is empty. List 3 dot next is 1. Okay, list 1 next, list 2, list 3 also next. Then I will have 2 compared to 1. Okay, let me just write it down here. So we have this one, this 2, this 3, and the head. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna well, this one and this 2 is not empty. In this case, I will append the list 2. Actually, let me just make it less than or equal. So I take the list 1, set it as the list 3 dot next. Okay. And then I move on the list. Take the list 2, append it. And then move on. And then move on the list 2. In here, I'm gonna take the list 1, append it into our output. Then move it forward. Which is 4. Then we have a 3 there. Move on again. Now we have 4. the forward. At this point, the list one is empty. Then we check this one is empty. List 2 is not empty. So we append it. Okay. Now we just return .next. Then we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay. I think this should be working. Let me put it into LeetCode. So we have this equals this. Point to this 3. Then I'm gonna do 1, this one, and this 2. If this one that found, this one equals to this 2 that found. This 3 dot next equals this one, this one, this 3, next 3 dot next. Okay. Else, I'm gonna take the other one, which is 2. Then in the end, if this one, then this 3 dot next would point to this one. Otherwise, if it is list 2, then I take this. Gonna return the head dot next. Let's see if I got it right. Yep, it got it right. Let's try to submit it. Hopefully we got it correct. And yes, we did. We got it correct. I think that would be it. Thank you, everyone. Actually, let me just quickly see if there is simple solution up there. Seems like no. I think it's pretty much a standard algorithm. Thank you, everyone.